Thousands of people were forced to evacuate a California farming community after days of heavy rain and snow caused a levee to break. First responders and the California National Guard rescued more than 100 people near Watsonville. That's about 60 miles southeast of San Francisco. One local official called the levee break, quote, the worst case scenario. Carter Evans is in Pajaro, California, near the site of the levee break. Carter.
John, this is the result of that levee break. All this water in the street here. This is river water from the Pajaro River, and this was the worst case scenario. This is something that officials around this community had feared for a very long time. They had actually raised money to beef up and rebuild this levee even before it broke, but the project hasn't even begun yet. They've just allocated the funding for it. Didn't get to it in time. That break on the levee, it started out about 100 feet. I'm told it's now about 300 feet wide. And it's so wide right now and so big with so much water rushing out of it that it's too big to drop sand from helicopters in the air. They're going to actually have to bring boulders in and place them in with heavy equipment. And the problem there is you've got all this water rushing from the river through the levee. So they've got to build a hard rock path to get that heavy equipment there. And then they can start repairing the levee. Problem is, we've got this other storm headed this way right now, and it's going to start raining here later tonight, and it's going to continue through tomorrow, and that could easily cause more flooding right where I am. I've got people in the houses behind me that have refused to evacuate. They don't want to leave. They say they're going to stick it out through this next storm. They had about a foot of water in their houses during the last one. John?
The other levees, is there any concern that other levees might break?
You know, they're keeping a close eye at all of these rivers, and some of them have already reached flood stage and can overflow the levees if any more water comes down. And of course, the big concern is, you know, the storm that we're getting right now, it is so much warmer than the blizzard that we got just about a week ago. And so this is going to bring rain to areas that had several feet of snow. So you've got the rain coming down 3 to 4 inches around here, maybe as much as 8 inches up in the mountain on that snow, causing it to melt and rush down all these rivers and possibly into these communities.
And very quickly, Carter, this is agriculture is obviously a huge and important part of this area. What's the danger there?
They call this the salad bowl of the world because most of the nation's lettuce is actually produced here. And there's $3.3 billion in agriculture here. And a lot of these fields, I can tell you, they are underwater. At the very least, they are damaged and delayed. And farm workers out here are very concerned that all this is going to lead to crop losses and, for them, job losses.
Carter Evans in Pajaro, California. Thank you so much, Carter.